What's up, guys? This is EcBoy from TeamCalamity, and this is a very special occasion because I finally have a Vanguard deck. After all this time of searching and trying to get good deals that wouldn't force me to spend excessive amounts of money on a game that I am extremely enthusiastic about, yet I don't want to pay a lot of money for, and it has happened. I'm still probably gonna play Kagero for my main deck, but I still need some more Kagero stuff. I managed to pick up everything in this deck for a decent amount. I only had to buy the Deadly Emperors, everything else I just pretty much received. It is a very good deck, and one of the cheapest decks actually. Deadly Emperors are not expensive. They are 5 to 6 each. From what I have found, Juggernauts are definitely not expensive. Recklesses aren't. Marylands are okay. And then that's about it. Everything else is common and is extremely budget. The deck is extremely good, so I will be doing a video on how to play against the deck, because when I started playing it, all of my friends got caught off guard. Like seriously, they did not know how to play against this deck. So for the ones that I cared about, I had to teach them how to play against the deck. So I'll be doing a video on that. Again, I won't be playing it for Nats or yours probably. So it is not of my concern whether people know how to beat the deck or not. I don't really care. It isn't that difficult to play against, but it will just destroy you if you play against it wrong. Definitely one of my favorite decks. I played it back before Extra Booster 3, which was why I got most of it for really cheap, to be honest. Marylands were not expensive back then because the deck was obviously a pile of Karibos. So, yep, I'll just go over the deck. You got, for your grade 3s, 3 Dudley Emperor and 3 Juggernaut Maximum. Obviously, why would you use anything else? Skydiver is kind of bad. Yes, the opponent will guard it, but that's not the point. The point is that you're forcing more cards out of their hand, not out of yours. Skydiver is a minus, and Skydiver at best, if you boost Skydiver, that'll force 10k out of their hand. And then, I don't know, you put it back into the soul and then call another guy from your hand. That's forcing 15 out of the opponent's hand. Like, it isn't even forcing 15 out of the opponent's hand, but, at best, I guess. Juggernaut does that just in and of itself. So, it is a lot better, and everything else is just terrible. This should be fairly standard. Dudley is an extremely good card. And then for the grade 2s, I run 4 Bracky. Obviously, it's Bracky. 3 Panzergale, 2 Black Panther, and 2 Zachary. First off, no Field Driller. I don't run Field Driller because I found it very underwhelming. It was only effective against 10k Vanguards, because it can't do anything to an 11k Vanguard, no matter what you're boosting it with. And even then, you needed the Wonder Boy behind it. You don't really want to be limited in terms of what you have to boost with, because then it forces you to use the Mecha Trainer to add something that you otherwise wouldn't need to your hand. And I mean, they'll guard Field Driller most of the time. Field Driller isn't even amazing in drawing a card. It is good, obviously, because the deck lacks an advantage engine, but I just found it underwhelming. Normally you just attack, they would guard, and the next turn you would have to intercept with it. It's only good in the early game as well. You don't want it in the late game because you want to be making rush plays. 7k is not a good stat. If you have to ride that, then you're definitely not going to be a happy camper next turn. So yeah, I ran Panzergale over them because my friends had been testing Panzergale and they said that it was really good. So I was thinking of doing it myself, testing the Panzergale. So I thought, hey, why not? Let's put it in. And yeah, it's pretty good. It basically does what Field Driller does, except you get that extra 5k on the shield. And then I was running 3 Zachary, 2 Panzergale. The reason why I dropped a Zachary for another Panzergale is because with Zachary, its attack has to hit. So good opponents will guard Zachary, and then obviously you're in a bit of a bad situation because you can't do the rush. So most of the time you'll just attack with Zachary, they'll guard it, and the next turn you'll intercept with it because you have to get off the field if you want to perform the rush. Otherwise they can just guard the Zachary and then that's it. Your rush can't happen. So I just thought Panzer would be better because if I'm using a grade 2 just to intercept with, then Panzer will be better. I mean, it gives you that extra 5k shield. It essentially does the same thing because both will be forcing a 10 out of the opponent's hand if they choose to guard it, and if they don't choose to guard the Gale, well then great, you know, that's good. I'm inflicting another damage. So yeah, Gale is really good. And 2 Black Panther because it's not that good outside of riding it. Obviously, it's the one that you would want to ride the most, but I don't know, it isn't that good. I don't mind riding a Zachary, so 2 Panther, 2 Zachary is actually really good because you essentially have 4 of a guy who you would like to ride. You don't really want to ride Bracky because you want to have it as your rear guard. It is like the best rear guard for those pushes to get into the rush. So yeah. And then for the grade 1s, you have 4 Reckless, 4 Medical Manager, 4 Wonder Boy, a Daisy, and a Marilyn. I do have enough Marilyns to run more Marilyns. So it's not I run 1 Marilyn because I'm cheap. I could run Marilyns, more Marilyns. I could run the 4 Marilyn build if I wanted to. But I do not see the point. The reason why I do not see the point is because, for one thing, you should be winning games fairly quickly. So you should only need 1 Marilyn at most. You can search it with Mecha Trainer, so if it's, I don't know, the mirror match or Gold Paladins or something and they're making an Azel push, then you can just search the Marilyn if you need it. And yes, you can boost with it. It is a 6k, so that's why people max it. They say, well, you can boost with it. But I don't want to boost with it because it's a 6k. With this deck, it's extremely important to put an early rush on your opponent, which is why things like Reckless and Medical Manager are so good. You need the 7Ks, because the opponent generally will not ride a 6K as their starting Vanguard. Most of the time, they will ride a 7K. If they're lucky, or, yeah, basically, if they're lucky, then they'll ride the 8K. Marilyn, if I had a handful of Marilyns in my opening hand, or even just 1 Marilyn in my opening hand, it would impede my ability to rush the opponent, and that's not what I want. I want to just be able to call through grade 1s and swing. That would be the best situation. Also, the 7Ks are just better as boosters. So if you're playing Marilyn with the mentality of I can boost with it, and most of the time you will be boosting with it, then why not just use the other 7K boosters? Because that way you'll be boosting more with them and getting their effects off. I mean, Reckless Express is a really good card, especially since you'll be boosting with it, and a good opponent will target the rear guards, so then you can just push it up and hit. It's an extremely good card, and it just definitely should be maxed out in my mind. Medical Manager, there's never a time where you just won't want a soul charge, really. It's just a good ability. There's nothing worse than just running out of soul, because then it impedes. No, it doesn't just impede, it completely stops your ability to rush. And this deck is a rush deck. It is what you are going to do, and it is what is going to win you the game. So 7k boost is very good. Just soul charge with it. And Daisy, 1 Daisy, is 7k. It's the next best 7k. Sometimes it helps out a lot with its effect. It's fairly situational, but the Spike Brothers can toolbox quite well. So it's just an option in the toolbox. So they're all superior to Marilyn as a booster. Having multiple Marilyns in your hand is a really bad thing because they clog. If I have multiple Managers, multiple Recklesses, multiple Daisies, wait, no, I only run 1 Daisy, but hypothetically, and multiple Wonder Boys in hand, I won't be like, oh my days, this is so bad, because you can just boost them and hit with them. So there's still a lot of things that you can do if you open with multiple of the other grade 1s. With Marilyn, it's a bad thing to open with multiples of them. It just isn't good. and against an 11k Vanguard, Marilyn doesn't do much as a booster because, you know, most of your boosters will be 9k. So if Marilyn boosts a 9k, then that's not gonna end well against an 11k Vanguard. Obviously, they can just guard for minimal. And against any deck, Marilyn boosting Panzergale, who I feel is an important card, that won't be doing anything either against the 10k Vanguard, while being boosted by a 7k Will. So, all in all, I like Marilyn. It looks amazing, and obviously it's a flash guard. In pretty much every other deck, I max the flash guard, just because I think that it's so important, but in this deck, I do not find 4 necessary. Finally, for the trigger lineup, I got 4 heal, 8 crit, 4 draw. Why would you play anything else? And then, of course, Mecha Trainer as the starting Vanguard. I got new sleeves to commemorate my success as well. So it's all double sleeve now. Looks good. So yeah, that is the deck. Let me know what you think. I really like it. I think that it could do extremely well. I would say that its only bad matchup is Kagero, which is why I'm playing Kagero, actually. I think that Kagero is easily the best deck. But, you know, let me know what you think. If you like Cardfight Vanguard videos, then remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Eccentric Boy, and I'll see you around.